Hello and welcome back to the channel. I will show you two examples of the same track. Let's see if you can spot the difference. First thing I would like to say that there's clearly a difference, and I think everybody who has at least like mediocre headphones or speakers could pick up on it, but it's not really easy to put your finger on exactly what the difference is. And that's why this video is a short one, but it's actually quite important because I want to underline the importance of using background sounds. And, you know, everyone can go on YouTube and just find a bunch of videos and just create some cool basses, some nice drums, and but there's going to be nothing to beat off of it. Like there's going to be like just the drums, just the lead melody and everything. But in order to make that complete fullness of the track, you actually need to work equally as hard on your background sounds. Most of the times, noobs against pros. The difference is that noobs leave out the importance of background sounds. So let me actually show you how the first example, which is example A, is better than the second one, which is example B. I'm currently in the arrangement of that example A, and the main difference right here, if we play the drop gently, I can mute everything and leave out a few cool elements here that are present only in this particular version. Element number one is the background arpeggio. This particular arpeggio gives so much movement in the mid-range, and it's also not stationary, it's slightly different every time, that it really makes the track a lot more full. And despite it being really nicely thought through so that it could loop together with the bass lines, let me play that for you. In the actual song, it's not that evident. It's barely audible. Same goes for this sample here. It's a reverse, stretched out variation of the vocal. By the way, sorry about that vocal. I know it sounded horrible. It's just a random sample I just chose to use for this video, so it's not going to be like in an end track or anything. Don't worry about that. But yeah, basically that stuff together with this little arpeggio creates really nice full ambience in mid-range. Let's not forget we're making drum and bass here, guys. We have a lot of subs, some low mids, we have a lot of crispy high ends, like punchy snares, but in the mid-range actually from like 500 hertz up to like 2000 hertz, there's not much stuff going on there. So it is very nice to fill that gap in with something. And if there is anything else you might have missed, I left it out on purpose, is this high-end sample right here. Let me check out arrangement number 2. There's actually quite a lot of samples missing in example B, but as you can hear, they are not really easy to pick up on. And this is where making Mainstage drum and bass gets complicated, because most people they think that, oh, mainstream drum and bass, of course, it's so easy, just the one lead and this and that. Well, no, not really. You actually have to be smart with your layers. You have to make sure that you fill the gaps in the background, but you also have to make it in a way that it doesn't entertain the listener too much, because you have the lead melody and you want the listener to pay attention to that. So if you add a lot of atmosphere, it's definitely gonna interfere and it's definitely not gonna work. So this is how much example B is lacking versus example A. But the difference is not that audible. However, the outcome is completely different. So if you just give this demo, like this like raw version without these background sounds, if you just send it to the label or give it to a normal person, they despite them being incapable of hearing and analyzing all these background sounds. Even you guys didn't know what was there, but they will tell you like, yeah, it's a good idea, but something is missing. That's what you will hear a lot of the times. Now let's compare that versus like a fully mixed version with good treated background. It's easier to spot once you actually start thinking about it, right? But yeah, that's actually what you do. And if we actually look at the sounds, it's very simple. So it's a basic sawtooth, very, very simple sound. Just got a bunch of layers of effects on it, just a bit of flanging, some delay and reverb, EQing out the low end, very important. Don't leave out low end on these sounds. Each sound has its own place in the mix. Actually, surprisingly, I'm cutting out a lot of mids right here, but that might be because the sound is a little bit too spiky around there, but it still is enough information to make a difference in the overall mix. And then there's this little vocal right here. Also, nothing serious, just cutting off a little bit of mid-range because, you know, it is a little bit too crazy over there. You still need that information over there, but you don't need a lot of it. So sometimes it's actually not illogical to put a sound into the mix so that there would be more mid-range and then cut out a little bit of that mid-range. It's actually not logical. It's normal. So don't worry about it. Obviously, I'm adding a little bit of sidechain so to make sure that the drums cut through, because these atmospheres, you know, they can easily take the track over if you don't control them. And then, yeah, there's just a little ride over here to finish the track in terms of like how much high end we have, because having a lot of beautiful high end gives us the opportunity to create better, more bright room for the track. So guys, join my mentorship program today. The Discord link is in description. Just go there, join the Discord, send a message, hey, I would like to join your mentorship program. I'll definitely respond back very fast. Hit that like, comment under this video what you would like to see next, and I'll see you around.